This professor could not find a projector and drew the map of the world himself. He is too powerful. Oh, thank God. It was just a bad dream. Meme land. Finally, I found my home. Whoa, would you look at that? Someone better than me. No results. Bro, I will Connecticut you. Woman discovers PP-shaped island on Google Earth. The actual world. The world in history classes. Pyramids of Giza are not in some isolated faraway desert area, but right beside Cairo City. 30 people drew a map of the world from memory. The results were merged. Sea level rise, 60 meters. I finally figured out how we can get rid of Florida. Who the hell named the Sahara Desert anyway? Sahara is just the Arabic word for deserts. You named it the desert. Way to go, chai tea. I'll take European imperialists who never bothered to translate the local language for $200, Alex. Not many people realize how just big Africa is. China, North America, Russia, Earth, Milky Way galaxy. What if it was all just a... Come on, man. Then I wouldn't be alive. My parents split after they made me. I am a volcano. They are tectonic plates. Follow for more geological humor. I really hope the two people who just followed me aren't looking for geological humor, or you are going to be earth-shatteringly disappointed. This post is one of my best by a landslide. I've come to the conclusion that Americans don't actually know anything about Eastern Europe. They just kind of think of a big blob in between Italy, Russia, Turkey, and Scandinavia, filled with cold weather, mail order bribes, and really pale people. If I ever travel across Britain, this will be my route. People don't realize how big America really is. Wow, tag someone who didn't know this. This is amazing. A crate containing 28,000 rubber ducks was lost at sea in 1992. Subsequently learning a bunch of stuff about the tides and currents of Earth's oceans. This is what their path looks like. All the nations that have to be combined to be equal to Brazil's annual homicides. Where is the Frank Ocean? Farmer spends over 40 years growing a guitar forest to honor his late wife. A world map without countries with over 100 million people. Someone changed Drake's house on Google Maps, owned by Kendrick. What normal people see versus what colorblind people see. Map of Tesla charging stations, 1437 AD. Be prepared to meet Jesus outside. Did Uber Eats just threaten me? USA and Australia fit together almost perfectly. The eruption of Krakatoa in 1883 was the loudest sound in recording history. It was heard 3,000 miles away, traveling to a different country in a movie starter pack. USA, Mexico, India, Canada, Scandinavia/Eastern Europe, South America. Average cloud cover over the whole world in 2018. I've always scoffed at those, oh my gosh, Europe is tiny posts. But we just took the wrong exit driving back to our cabin, and now we literally ended up in Norway and decided to just stay for dinner. So yeah, this just happened again. What the hell? There isn't even a sign saying, welcome to Norway. You're just there all of a sudden. I could miss an exit and still be in my state for another 8 hours. Past the remote English channel, come on. It's not that bad. On a world map, Greenland and Africa may seem identical, but in reality, Africa is 14 times bigger than Greenland. We're eating at chicken. Chicken at chicken. Near the crossroads of woofing and fricking Austria. Bosnians. I wanna swim. Croatia. No. Femboy density map. Why does Poland have so many femboys? Joe is Biden? Damn, I meant Joe is president. Breaking news. Joe is Biden. The freaking bean melted. Authorities urge residents not to taste it. Of the 50 drunkest counties in the US, only 9 of them are outside Wisconsin. Landlocked states, provinces, and territories of North America. In Nebraska, it's illegal to talk about the ocean. Society of humans were pack hunters. Long Florida. Turbo, Ohio. This post is indecipherable. Thank you. You are coming to Brazil. This is attractive. This is not. Real Earth has curves. Trump cuts US aid to 3 Mexican countries. Fox News is truly beyond parody at this point. Map of the US, but with panhandles. In grade 7, my geography teacher told me that Evian, backwards, is Nave, and that it's really just tap water. And that was when I decided there is no good in the world, and the government lies. 5% of the world's population lives in the blue shaded area. 5% also lives in the red shaded area. 1 year anniversary of the world's wrongest infographic. The country's best and worst prepared for an epidemic. This is where it all went down. Tomato Town. Who would win? A subcontinent with 1 billion people and multiple independent states. A few islands that just want leaf juice. Australia's dingo fence, the world's longest fence. My parents telling me stories how they got to school every day. A flight from Tokyo to LA will depart start in 2020, but arrive in 2019. America, hell yeah, we're gonna kill those hurricanes with bullets, America! PSA, Florida residents reminded not to open fire on Hurricane Dorian, and they have a little diagram. Bullets come back, don't shoot. In England, they drive on the left. In Portugal, we drive on what's left. Me, licking some rocks to determine it. Society, mineralogy professor. Europe, I am 1.80 meters tall. Nice, you're tall. America, dude, I have 6 feet. Cool. A man named Goran Kropp from Sweden rode his bicycle to Nepal, climbed Mount Everest alone without Sherpas or bottled oxygen, then cycled back to Sweden again. Americans, name every Canadian province. Hockey, Quebec. Totoro, Alaska. Syrup. Rio returned UK athletes rummaged through 900 identical bags to spot luggage. Mine's the red one. 1422 Paris map on top of today Paris. This is what it would look like if the southern cones of South America and Africa were swapped. South Afro-America. I'm Africa. Woke up at 3 AM delirious and extremely thirsty, but my water glass was empty, so I was like, I know exactly how to fix this. So I googled big water, and in my half asleep state, I was certain that would allow me to manifest a large glass of water in reality. Didn't work, but now I know there's a tower in Utah called Big Water. I can't believe he didn't cry during the Titanic. Did men even have feelings? The Aral Sea was an endorheic lake. 1986, left, and 2014. Right, no, it's gone. The lake's gone. What the Great Pyramid of Giza would have looked like when first built. The volcanic system beneath Yellowstone holds enough lava to fill 11 Grand Canyons, animals that live in volcanoes. How do you get to that point, bro? It's incredibly impressive. Practice. Handing off the planet to the next generation like. Despite all of our accomplishments, we owe our existence to a 6-inch layer of topsoil and the fact it rains. Farm Equipment Association going hard with the tourisms. My boyfriend made a promise to be that we would visit Paris and lock a padlock to this very bridge, throwing away the key. A symbolic gesture of our love and commitment. He is my soul, my life, my reason for fighting. That is Australia! Don't forget to update your Euro notes tonight. Americans when they drive for 4 hours versus European when they drive for 4 hours. Miley Cyprus. People in America. All cops are bad. No, there are good cops. Europeans. How the hell have they lasted this long as a country, honestly? Where is it illegal to pee in the ocean? Not here, bro. Here. Is that Portugal? Explorer 1. What should we call this newfound land? Explorer 2. I have an idea. Describe world history in a few words. Knock knock. It's Europe. One of the funniest failures of US school system is the fact they are legally obliged to teach all the states, but they never actually show how big Alaska is. Like, I have actually had teachers tell me that Texas is the biggest state. We have all just convinced ourselves that Alaska is a small shrunken down thing on most US maps, and the people that know it's the largest state can almost never accurately describe how large it is. For context, here is a picture. What? This is the small country of Niue. Niue is the world's first Wi-Fi country. Niue also has $1 coins with Pikachu. What if you wanted to go to heaven, but God said, come to Brazil? Each 8th of July at this time, 99% of the world's population is experiencing daylight. This day should have a name, and it should be called a holiday. Poor Australia. Only 300 million BC kids will remember. I made that face when I read it. The volcano known as is the closest to what Icelandic city? Giant crack frees a massive iceberg in Antarctica, 20 times the size of Manhattan. It's that squirrel. I am from Bulgaria. Ubito Uchiha said, why? The earth is neither round nor flat. This is the true shape of the world. There are only 2 kinds of things in this world. Hell, bacon. North Dakota. So flat you can watch your dog run away for 2 weeks. When you realize Captain America's suit doesn't have 50 stars, so he's actually Captain Puerto Rico instead. Union Jack, but includes Wales. All men's Olympic gold medal winners. Since 2000, in water polo were born in this area. Russia tried to dig a hole through the Earth's crust in 1970. They reached 40,000 feet deep before they stopped. It is still the deepest hole humans have ever dug. Imagine you're getting jumped by flat earthers and one of them say, screw it, take him to the edge. Fun fact, this is a real threat used in the flat earther community. You can find out more information by, whoa, don't do that. No, Russia is Europe. No, Russia is in Asia. Have you considered there is literally nothing justifying Europe and Asia being 2 different continents in the first place? Have you seen that big mountain range recently? You're right, I forgot we arranged our continents by mountain ranges. I had to look at my world map again. Did you just make this to be petty? Everything I have ever done has had being petty as the goal. The real regions of Europe, crystal clear tap water. Everyone eats dinner at 10 p.m. Slav squat. Brexit. How Europe is classified by the United Nations. Is this basically correct for Americans? The deep south. The south. Sort of the south, not the south. Colorado is actually a meaning it has 697 sides. People in the Dark Ages were uneducated, dirty peasants. The Dark Ages. Melting ice in Antarctica reveals new... No, that's a bad idea. That's a bad sign. I don't think American filmmakers realize how huge London is. Because sure, you have the London Eye and Houses of Parliament, but when you say London has fallen, what? So the Nando's in Catford is in flames? The Tesco in Peckham has descended into chaos. What? We have states bigger than your entire country. I don't understand the USA. All of your roads are straight and your cities look like they were planned using Excel. Everyone knows the only way to build a city is to wait until a bunch of tiny villages merge together over centuries and create a sprawling cluster hell of winding roads that make no sense and have no street signs and are impossible to navigate unless you've lived there all your life. Qatar is so hot, officials have installed air conditioning in outdoor Oh my god! Stay back, beast. Wow, that was 4 in a row. That has to mean something, right? Today I learned the first known case of dying from laughing involved the Greek man called Chrysippus, who, after giving figs to his donkey, cried out, "Now give the donkey a drink of pure wine to wash down the figs," had a fit of laughter afterwards, and died. Pretty funny, I guess. Had to be there. You guys all think that Canada is so innocent, but in grade 1, I had a geography teacher with 3 fingers, and he gave me a C because I pronounced Kenya differently than him, and when my mum reported it to the office, we found out he wasn't even supposed to be teaching at my school. He was literally some stranger who walked in. I'm having feelings about the Uffington White Horse again. So essentially, there's this cool horse drawn into the hills in England, made out of chalk, and it's like 3,000 years old. When your estimated time of arrival on Google Maps changes from 11:27 to 11:26, Lonesome Lake, Google Maps have you like this? This must be an Apple Maps burner account tweeting this. Greenland on maps versus Greenland's real size. America. Nice islands. Kingdom of Hawaii. Thanks. You're invited to statehood. They did it. Oh my god. They did it. I love the boreal forest. I love endless miles of trees and nothingness. How fast a rocket would have to go to leave every planet? Escape velocities for every planet in the solar system. Jupiter. Yeet. Ancient theater of Asclepieion. My friend and I were slam dunk drunk and made up new names for states. I present to you the United Staples of Americlap. Norb, Colina represent. Tag where you're from. I'm from upstate Noonyan. Carafenya for life. Woo, I'm from Virgin. I love being from the Florida Islands. Please note how most of the South knows what they are doing this week. Most Googled Thanksgiving recipes. Mashed potatoes, jello, green bean casserole, mac and cheese. Rocks that look like popcorn are found on beaches in the Canary Islands in the Atlantic. Daniel, the cooler Daniel. Diomede, big Diomede. A Dutch artist has created sculptures that walk using energy from the wind. Same place 2 days later. Respect, Japan. 2 days, that's all it took. Flight attendant. Is there a doctor on this flight? Dad, nudging me. That should have been you. Not now, Dad. Not asking for a geologist, are they? Dad, there's a medical emergency happening right now. Go and ask if licking rocks help. List of Swedish people. PewDiePie and Greta. Mensa Musa. Yo, pass the gold. Europe. You better not bring 256,000 pounds of gold on a pilgrimage to Mecca and make gold completely worthless for 10 years. Mensa Musa. Inflation. Who Europeans joke about the most? I think UK joke about Americans, and I think Americans joke about British people. Missouri has 2 major cities, and both of them look like they're desperately trying to get out of state. Watch drone crash into erupting Icelandic volcano. Not sure to take pens or crayons to geography lecture. You had one job, t-shirt. Asia. I just came upon some very good information. 6969 Cool Street is a real place, and it's located in Weedsport. At this location, the Love Shack. If you see a faded sign at the side of the road, I heard that by law, you need to turn on your headlights when it's raining in Sweden. How the hell am I supposed to know when it's raining in Sweden? Woman marries train station she's loved for 36 years and has mental what the f***? Not me students. You mean to tell us that you geology majors get a degree for going on road trips, wandering around the forest, licking rocks, collecting little stones and drinking beer around campfires? Geology major. Yes. Top 5 things you should never do in Japan. Okay. What? How is this? How? Why? I'm literally speechless. Mum, why don't you go socialize with your neighbors? Your neighbors? How the European borders are decided. People speak my language, give me that land. They speak my language, give me that land. Well, I just want to be bigger, so both of you give me that land. How the US-Canadian border was decided. 49th parallel? 49th parallel. How much of the Earth's surface is covered in concrete? So not a lot. How can anyone's head be this color? I'm not sure how comfortable I would be sitting across from that active volcano. Scientists believe that the function of zebra's stripes are to deter insects. So a team of researchers painted black and white stripes on cows. They found that it reduced the numbers of biting flies landing on the cows by more than 50%. Petrified Forest National Park, Arizona. Calling it a forest gave us the wrong impression. The petrified trees are all laying on the ground, left there about 225 million years ago. Wow, looks like salami. There is a tribe in India that has learned to make living bridges out of ficus tree roots. The bridge takes 15 to 30 years to complete. Mature bridges stretch 15 to 250 feet over deep rivers and gorges and can bear impressive loads, upwards of 35 people at a time. A girl in my geography class had to bring her newborn to class today. The baby started crying in the middle of our quiz. When she took him out to hold him, my professor insisted he wouldn't mind feeding the baby and rocking his car seat until she was done. Just had my first ever plum. This is so good. Oh, never mind, I think I ate part of the core. Is this like an apple? Do we not eat the middle? Oh, there's a pit. Bro, what? Very exciting night for me. Upper Paleolithic hunter-gatherers, around 50,000 years ago. I'm watching a British YouTuber's birthday stream, and an Aussie viewer sent in a comment saying, why was he born so beautiful? Why was he born at all? Because he had no say in it at all, which was received with confused existential horror. And this is how I just discovered that Australian happy birthday songs are not universal. Oops. I don't know why, but I think Americans don't realize how big the UK is. American customer. You're English, right? Do you know the bookshop between Wales and Bristol that has a lot of books in? Me and my head. Yeah, mate, I know that one. Classic. Love to pop down there on a cheeky break between work. What a dick. The continuous 48 states are almost 39 times the size of Great Britain. That's your answer. Is it not illegal to hold a veteran in custody? He's a US vet, not a Canadian vet. US vet, Canada vet, it's both USA. Bro, the hell, it's a different country. What? This image on the left is a galaxy taken by a previous NASA telescope. The image on the right is the same galaxy, but from NASA's new James Webb telescope. Science rocks. Most people live in the red, then the that is insane. They don't even have a color to describe how cold it's going to be. Midwest Arctic blast. If you can't handle me at my worst, then you don't deserve me at my best. I was talking to my boyfriend and I was trying to describe a type of marine animal and I couldn't think of its name, so I said sea pancake, manta ray. Manta ray is the word I was looking for.